I'm me.
And I'm Mai.
And welcome to Me and My Chats.
On this week's episode, we're going to be discussing millennials choosing to have pets over kids. Now, during this conversation, we really want to go into the issue of why this trend is particularly so high amongst millennials. And when we say millennials, we don't mean just young people because we know the term is used very loosely. But when we say millennials, we're speaking specifically to our generation, the group of adults between the ages of 27 to 42 years old. Now, if you don't fall within that range, you're not a millennial. Okay? But we love everybody. So no hate. The first thing that I really want to know is why? Me. Do you have kids? Do you have pets? What's up?
I actually have both. I have 2 kids and I have 2 dogs.
Why?
Well, when I was growing up, I always thought I want a big family. Then, as I got grown, I had my little girl. And so, me and my husband, we were both working full time. And it really wasn't a good time for us to have another baby at the moment. So he was just like, "Hun, let's have a little pup whoop." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, finally a puppy for me to love, squeeze, hug, fluff." And so that's how I end up getting my puppy Aries. Then, right behind Aries, I had found a rescue dog, named him Simba. Yay for rescues, he's my heart. And then we had fertility issues, but that's another episode that we're going to talk about those fertility issues, women, because it's real. But we had fertility issues, and along came my second baby. So I am done.
It sounds like having a really large family and pets was not really planned. It's just kind of something that happened.
It is kind of something that happened because I always wanted multiple children, but never even thought about pets. But tell me this, Mai. What about you? Do you have pets? Do you have kids? You have both, or do you have none?
Now that's another topic. No, but for me, no. I don't have kids and I don't have pets, but there are actually, I think, pretty legitimate reasons why I don't. I mean, I don't have kids because in my mind, I always wanted to have a partner, a spouse who could help me to raise my children. I don't have a spouse. I don't have any kids because I don't have a spouse and I do not desire to be a single mom. No hate to the single mothers because they're killing things out here, but not for me. It's difficult for me to manage taking care of myself, so more power to you single mothers. But as far as pets, I actually did consider having pets, but my work schedule was really crazy. In my 20s, I worked crazy hours. I mean, I worked 12-hour shifts. 12-hour shift. You come home, you're tired. You don't have the energy to really expand on anything other than yourself. Yeah. And so now that I'm in my 30s, I do have the time and I have the energy. I'm in a different space in my career where I do have time to devote to something else, but it just never came up. So I never thought about it. I don't have kids. I don't have pets, but I don't feel unfulfilled, if that makes sense.
I guess so, Mai.
Why do you think people are choosing to have pets and not kids?
Well, overall, Mai, pets are just way easier than kids.
Oh, in what way?
Well, with the pet, you can go to work, come home, your pet's still there. Nobody is beating at your door saying child neglect.
Right.
The pet ain't finna call and say, "Mama hungry.
Yes.
Can you stop at McDonald's?"
Yes, but they will get sick and you have to take care of them.
Yeah, now the doctor bills are different. The pets, they are expensive, but they're not expensive as kids. With the pets, you don't have to buy diapers. Once you get them housebroken, bad dog. No more peeing and pooping in the house. They'll let you know, hopefully, when they have to go potty. You don't have to try to find a babysitter for those overnights out. However, if you do want to go out of town, their work can get costly because you have to pay someone to watch them. And sometimes watching two dogs for a week could be $1,000. So what I paid before.
Yeah. I know definitely for some people who might not be as established financially, pets are just cheaper. It's the cheaper option. I mean, you can look at the reports and see owning a pet, you're probably spending about $5,000 a year. Owning a kid, probably upward 10.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
That part. So another reason why people may opt to have pets more so than kids is because people desire companionship, and not in a way that you would have to wait and nurture and raise a child, but a dog is man's best friend, right? So I think just having a pet as a companion, even if you don't have a partner, but you have a pet. If you have just a baby, it's a little bit more difficult. So I think that's another reason why.
Yeah. Well, it's just more responsibility to raise kids than pets.
And why do you think that?
Because, say, if I had to go to work the whole day, I come home and realize I need to go to the store, I can just go to the store. If I had to drag my two kids out, it'll be me coming home, go get your shoes, let me get the diaper bag, somebody gotta pee, get to the car, strap them in the car seat, realize I left my phone, gotta go back in the house to get my phone, get in the car, realize one of the kids got mismatched shoes on, go back in the house, and by that time it's time for DoorDash.
I can understand that, and that leads to the next subject of why I think that people choose pets over kids. Kids are a lifelong commitment.
Yes.
Let's be honest here. Once you have a kid, you're stuck with this person for the rest of their life. I mean, and not to say that people are going to give away their dogs, or, if they don't like them, decide to return them to the shelter or the pet store. But let's be honest here. Pets don't live as long as kids.
No, they don't.
We love them. We hate to see them go. It grieves us probably as much as losing a family member, but they don't last as long. So I think that's another major reason why someone would choose to have a pet over a kid. If you're a commitment phobe, you might want something that's not going to be long term like that. And that's absolutely fine.
It is.
But hey, you said you have kids, right? So
I do.
Do you think that people, specifically millennials, should have kids as opposed to opting for just pets?
I think everybody should have kids. No, just playing.
Y'all heard that from her, not me.
But if you're able to provide that loving, stable environment, you should want to have kids to pass on something too. I wanted kids when I was younger just because I wanted somebody to look like me. That was really all it was. I wanted a little person to raise up to look like me, who I thought was going to act like me. But hey, they don't even look or act like me.
But you know what I hate to hear? Like, as a person who does not have kids, I hate to hear that people think you're selfish for not having kids. To me, in my mind, that's the most unselfish thing that you can do, is decide to not have kids, because you're not bringing someone into the world just because you need someone to take care of you when you're old. I mean, I feel like it's unselfish because you're not adding to an overpopulated world with limited supply of food, energy, resources. I mean, I can't be the only person that thinks like this, but is there any other reason why you think that people should have kids over pets?
Mine. You're selfish. You are selfish.
Why?
Because you have a career going on, you have everything that you want, and you can share some of that with some kids.
I agree. I am in a different space in my life where I can give back to others, and I do plan to do that. But I don't think having biological children necessarily is the way to do that. I give back to charities. I give my time when I can to volunteer. And maybe at some point in my life, I might even decide to foster or adopt children, because there are children in this world who don't have anyone in their corner.
That's true.
I don't mind taking care of the people who are here, but bringing another person into this crazy, overpopulated world full of craziness that continues to get crazy as the days go by, it seems. I don't know if that's for me, but that's okay. That's okay for me. I'm fine with that.
At the end of the day, as long as you're happy, we're happy for you, Mai.
Thanks. And I'm happy for you too, me.
Oh, sister moment.
All right, enough with the sappiness. What do you guys think? Why is this a trend amongst millennials? And do you think it's just a fad, or is it here to stay? What about you? Have you opted to have pets, fur babies, over real kids? And why? We want to see your responses. Leave your comments. And don't forget to let us know what you want to hear from us next.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.